My name is John Cottrell. This is Power Hour. This is a 60-minute power vinyasa yoga class. And so for this practice, we are actually going to be doing some core conditioning. And if you know my classes pretty well, we do some core work. We'll be moving pretty consistently throughout the class, but I always invite you just to do whatever you want to do. Modify, take your time, rest, or even just watch. You can do anything that you would like throughout this practice. Again, it's just a 60-minute practice. Not using any particular props. I like to use a couple of blocks for myself, but I won't be teaching with any particular props. But if you like props like blankets or blocks or a bolster or a strap or something like that, feel free to grab what you need. All righty, if you're just joining us, welcome, welcome. Again, my name is John, this is Power Hour. So go ahead and roll out your mat, get your props, and we'll go ahead and begin. So whenever you're ready, just go ahead and stand near the top of your mat. You'll stand with your feet about hip distance apart, toes pointing forward, maybe just your arms relaxed down by your side. We're just gonna take a few moments here just to prepare for our practice. You might take a few deep breaths in and out. A nice full breath in, maybe through your nostrils. You can exhale through your mouth with a soft sigh. And that might even loosen up your shoulders. So if you have any tension in your shoulders, feel free to maybe roll your shoulders a little bit, even a little gentle movement in your neck, your head. Maybe circle the head around gently, just helping you to just loosen up a little bit to fully arrive for your practice. Very good. And whenever you're ready, you can just come back to stillness. You're welcome to keep your eyes open, or you can close your eyes or just soften your eyes and just gaze forward or downward. And just take these next few moments and pay attention to your breathing. Just slow, steady breaths in and out. Good. And just bringing in a little bit more energy to your breath if you'd like. Just taking a nice full breath in. Just feeling your breath rise to fill up your lungs. In a slow and controlled exhale. And here you might even draw your navel inward toward your spine. It's just a light contraction of your abdominal muscles. Nothing too intense, just an awareness of your center. So again, you might breathe in, just feel the lifting and lengthening through your spine. Fill up your lungs, and then your exhale, and feel that light contraction of your abdominal system. And just do that a few more times. And just knowing that since we'll be doing a little bit of core conditioning, we'll rely on that abdominal lock, that light contraction. I'll be facing different directions just so that you can see different perspectives as I flow with you. So starting a mountain pose, we'll start with the half salute. We're going to inhale, extend your arms into the air, just reach up nice and high. Exhale, we'll fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and just make your way down toward your toes. You might touch your toes, but you don't have to touch your toes. Then inhale, slide your hands up to your knees or your thighs to extend your spine so you're long and flat like a table. Then exhale, we'll come back down a little bit to a forward fold. We'll just hold here for a breath or two, just so you can feel a little bit more release through your back, even down through your hamstrings. And if you're hanging heavily forward, you might even shake out your shoulders again. Whenever you're ready, you don't have to move too quickly. Just shift your weight back towards your heels, bend your knees, let your hips drop like you're about to sit down into a low chair. Look forward. Extend your arms out to the side and go ahead and stand up all the way. Nice straight line. Reach up into the sky. Very good. Exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Pause there for a moment. Just take a breath. We're going to do that same sequence one more time, our half salute. Whenever you're ready, inhale, reach into the sky. Another big stretch. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Good hinge from hips, bent knees. Make your way down towards your toes. Inhale, slide your hands up to your knees or thighs, that long flat tabletop, that's monkey. Exhale, we'll fold, back down we go. Shift your weight back into your heels, bend knees, look forward. Inhale, let's stand up, use your arms, reaching up into the air. Good job. Exhale, bring your palms together and back down to your heart. Let's just take a couple breaths as we return here to stillness. In a moment, we'll just continue with our full sun salutation. Again, always moving at your own pace. Here we go. Inhale, let's reach into the air. Exhale, fold forward. Again, a nice softness in the knees, taking your time as you fold forward. We'll inhale, slide your hands up to your knees or thighs, long, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees enough so you can place your palms on your mat so you can walk or step both of your feet back into plank pose. So we're in a high push-up position. Let's hold here for a moment because this is actually one spot where we can start that core work, more core work. You want to breathe in, just feeling the lengthening in the spine, even through your legs, your whole body. As you exhale, pull belly button up towards spine in this case to keep that core engagement. Now we'll flow. We're going to breathe in. This exhale, we'll take a shortcut to down dog. Just bend your knees a little, send your hips up into the air, and that should guide you right away to downward facing dog. Do whatever you need here to make any adjustments in your body. Adjusting your hands, adjust your feet on your mat. We'll hold here for several breaths. At any point, even here, you could take a rest if you need to. You can just come down to your knees if you like. You can pedal your feet here. Press one heel down, then the other, like you're pedaling a bicycle or walking. So you can feel a little lengthening and stretch through your calves as the heels press downward one at a time. As you rise up onto your tiptoes, feel that stretch through your toes. Let your knees bend, your hips might even shift a little side to side. And what we'll do here, let's pause in down dog. Shift your way back out to plank pose. Take your time. So you're in a strong straight line. Let's breathe in. And this exhale, go ahead and finish your push-up. Come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward facing dog or do a low cobra. Then exhale, return to downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, take a breath in. On your exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet back up to the top of your mat. You'll be in forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Good. Exhale, fold again. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. We'll inhale, come back up to standing, reach into the air. We're going to keep this moving as you exhale right away into chair pose. Doesn't have to be too deep of a seat. We'll take a breath in and we'll exhale, dive out of the seat, back down towards toes, forward fold. I'm just going to add on to our sequence. Inhale, rise up halfway, that full lengthened spine. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands down to your mat, walk, step, or even hop back into plank pose. You can take the shortcut again to down dog or come down, chaturanga. Now this time I'm going to do cobra pose. So just a low back bend like this, or you can go to upward facing dog, then exhale, downward facing dog. Let's continue. We'll inhale, extend right leg up behind you, reach back nice and long. Exhale, bring right foot up to the top of the mat. Turn your left heel to the ground behind you. Be sure to shift your weight back into that foot. Then lift your hands, rising up. Here we are, warrior one. That's an in-breath. We're going to exhale and just fold and come right back down. Place your hands down onto the ground. Let's step back into plank pose. Make your way to down dog. You can take the shortcut or all the way through your full vinyasa or a modified version. Here's my up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Going at your own pace. Don't forget you can rest at any time. Inhale, extend left leg up behind you. Exhale, left foot now up to the top of the mat next to left hand. We'll turn right heel to the ground. Shift your weight back into that foot. Lift your hands. Rise up, upper body, warrior one, reaching into the air. We'll exhale and fold. Come down to the ground. Plant the hands. Let's step back into plank pose. Move through your sequence, and we'll meet together in downward facing dog. Pause in your down dog. Now we're going to go down to the mat. Go ahead and bend your knees, kneel down. Maybe sit back into hero pose just briefly, just so you can transition to take a seat. Because we're going to lie down. So you want to get the legs out front. I just need to adjust my mat. Sit in the center of your mat and go ahead and roll down onto your back. So we're going to lie down with the knees bent, feet flat on the ground, and let your back just kind of melt into the ground. Now, eventually we're going to move into bridge, but not right away. We're going to do a little pelvic tilt, this little rocking sensation just with the pelvis to help engage the low ab section. So this is another part of our core conditioning. So you can watch or just participate with me here. So we're going to inhale, arch your back. Okay, so you've made this little arch, there's a little space. If you can see me, my hand can easily slide underneath me into my low back. That's the inhale. Then exhale, tilt your pelvis so you can press your low back down into the ground. So now I can't stick my hand underneath there. So just a little rocking of the pelvis. You're going to inhale, arch. Exhale, press low back into the ground. Really feel that pelvic rocking sensation. Inhale, arch. Exhale, press. And do that on your own, just flowing through that little rocking sensation. What it might remind you of is if you're on your hands and knees and we do cat and cow, how we kind of rock the pelvis to create that little back bend feel and that rounded back feel. So we're just doing the same kind of motion, but just lying on our backs. And now pay attention to your exhale. As you pull pelvis toward yourself and your low back presses into the ground. You're also engaging your low ab muscles, the transverse abdominis muscles. I like to call that the abdominal floor. Okay, let's do that 2 more times. So 2 more breaths. You'll end with an exhale, pressing your low back into the ground. Hold that sensation. Take another breath in, but keep this low back press into the ground. And when you exhale, lift your hips up off the ground, and this will guide you to bridge. Now you might want to make some adjustments. You want to lift the hips, but that might not be the end of the pose. I'm going to adjust my feet a little bit so I have a little bit more stability. I'm even able to take my hips up a little higher. And then with the upper body, maybe get your shoulders a little bit underneath you. And you can even bend your elbows at 90 degrees and press the backs of your arms down into the ground. Maybe that will help support your body lifting a little higher. This will also help open the chest and your lungs a bit more. So we're in this very opening of the front body, our bridge pose. So a couple more breaths. And when we're ready to come out of this pose, start by maybe wiggling your toes forward. Just creep the feet forward a little bit. Extend your arms up into the air. That should get the shoulders out from underneath you, and then roll your way back down to the ground. From here, we'll inhale, draw knees to chest. Maybe rock forward and back a little bit to add a little bit momentum. With a good exhale, you're going to rock your way up to seated so we can come to boat pose. Lots of ways to do boat. Here's a good way to start boat pose if you want. You can have the feet on the ground and hold on to the legs. This can be a very effective boat pose. Or you might be leaning back a little bit more. You can easily lift the feet up off the ground. You want to flex the feet. Make sure your feet are energized. That'll keep the legs strong. You can hold on to the knees here and actually lift yourself up so you have a nicely extended spine. There you go. Breathing in fully to fill up your lungs. You can exhale through the mouth. And as you exhale, feel that core engagement. If you want, you can hold on or release the legs so you can free up your hands if you want to. So a couple more breaths. This is, of course, more core conditioning in our boat pose. Let's move from here. We're going to breathe in. Exhale, maybe cross legs if you can. Roll forward out onto the hands in front and step back into plank pose. Hold here in plank. You may still feel that core activation. Now, you're going to set your right knee onto the mat. Just bend the knee, bring it down to the ground underneath your hip. We're going to right side plank variation. Keeping the knee on the ground, just sweep your right foot off to the right side. And then keeping the right hand on the ground, open up and extend your left arm up into the air. So you'll look like this. That's it. Just a nice opening of the body. If you're able, this is just an option at this point, maybe flex your left foot and maybe lift that foot up off the ground and reach in these opposite directions. The left hand's reaching into the air, left foot's reaching out behind you. Very nice. So a little bit later, we'll be doing a regular plank pose or side plank pose. Let's breathe in. Exhale, let's bring that left hand and left foot and the knee back down to the ground. Bring your kickstand back in. Let's do that cat and cow. We're going to inhale, lift head and heart, arch the back a little bit. Exhale, round it all out. Do that one more time. So that's that same pelvic rocking sensation we did lying on our backs. Come to a neutral tabletop position. We're going to do the other side. So just go ahead and swing the left foot off to the left side to make a kickstand. You can extend your right leg back behind you, but can keep the toes on the ground. Keep left hand on the mat as you open your whole body sideways, taking the right hand up into the air. Flex the right foot. Now that foot can remain on the mat, or if you'd like, lift it up off the ground. Either one. Just a nice sideways positioning. This takes a lot of balance and strength and control. Let's inhale right here. We'll exhale and bring the limbs back down. Right hand, right foot, right knee. Bring the kickstand back in. Let's do another cat and cow flow. Inhale, look up or forward, arch the back. Exhale, round it all out. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, tuck chin to chest. Let's hold cat pose. Hold it. Tuck your toes behind you. Lift your knees into the air and your hips. This should return you to downward facing dog. Let's continue with our lunge sequence. Inhale, extend your right leg up into the air. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel turns to the ground. Shift your weight back so your hands are light. So you can inhale, rise up, inhale. Let's exhale, open to a warrior two. Right there. Good extension out through the arms. Nice wide lunge. Let's go to side angle. So reach out over the right leg to angle the upper half of your body. Rotate your arm so your right arm will come down and your left arm will reach up into the air. And a nice reaching sensation. It's really kind of a similar sensation you created when you're in that side plank pose just a minute ago. But a nice opening through the front body. Let's breathe in. We're going to exhale, turn so you can bring both hands to the ground. Let's just step all the way back to down dog. Just slide the right foot back, keep it on the ground, lift your hips up into the air. Arrive in the pose. Then we'll do the other side. So inhale when you're ready, extend left leg up. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. We'll turn right heel to the ground, put weight into that foot, less weight in the hands, so you can float them up into the air. Inhale, warrior one. And your exhale to warrior two. Just settle into your pose. Nice wide lunge. Energetic arms. Good breath. Let's reach out over the left leg here to angle the upper half of the body. Rotate the arm so your left arm will come down. Right arm reaching up into the air. Now you can see I'm not even touching the ground. I'm not even close to the ground with my left hand. Now you're certainly welcome to go much lower. Maybe you can touch the ground with your hand, or maybe you've got a stack of blocks you can rest that left hand onto if you want. When you're ready, let's breathe in. We'll exhale to turn to the ground so you can bring your hands back down to the mat. Once again, just step all the way back into downward facing dog. Both feet on the ground. Full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Weights in the heels, soft knees. Let's inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up into the air. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Wonderful. Let's just pause here. Take a breath or two. Excellent. Go ahead and relax for a moment. You can just let your arms hang down for a moment. Now we're going to go into chair pose, and we're going to twist chair pose. Now I mentioned that you didn't have to use any props, but if you happen to have a set of blocks or a block, you may want to use a block. You don't have to use one, but I'll use one just so you can see. But you don't have to have one. Maybe you have a pillow or something. You would just want to take a block and squeeze it between the thighs. Again, this is optional. Or just keep the feet at hip distance apart, or just bring the legs together and maybe just squeeze the legs in a little tighter like this. So you have some options. You don't have to use the block. So standing nice and tall. We're just going to inhale, sweep the arms up into the air. Exhale, take your chair pose. Now you can see you don't even have to take a very deep seat. Go ahead and bring hands to heart center. We'll inhale just to feel a little bit more extension through the spine. Exhale, pull belly in a little tighter, then rotate a bit towards your right side. So your left elbow will point downward as your torso starts to turn towards the right side of the room. So this is our twist. You can stay just like this, but to go a little bit deeper, you might want to bend the knees and sit back and down a little bit more, or even rotate to the right side a little bit more. Very minor adjustment. And just breathing here in and out really establishes a nice connection and awareness of the obliques, the sides of the body, the side portions of your abdominal system. Now we're going to breathe in. We're going to exhale, unwind, place your hands on your thighs. So you're just here, just letting the whole system come back to center. Let's stand up tall. Inhale, reach up into the air. And exhale, bring your hands back down to your heart. We'll go right away to the other side. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up into the sky. Exhale, take your chair pose. Again, it doesn't have to be a deep seat. Hands to heart. Let's inhale to get a nice extended spine. Exhale, start to rotate or twist to your left side. Just a little is fine. Now you might be low enough where your right elbow can hook onto the outside of the left thigh. That's pretty low, and that's just an option. To go a little bit deeper, you might sit back and down a little bit, and even with an exhale, rotate to your left a little bit more. Being very mindful of your hips, be mindful of your back. Because even a minor rotation is plenty for this. Take one more breath in and out and just feel the obliques activate. We'll breathe in. We're going to exhale to unwind. Just place your hands on your thighs. If you happen to have a block or a prop, let's release it. We're going to slowly fold. And when you fold, you can just place your block on the ground there. Let's go ahead and continue our flow from here. Inhale, monkey pose, just slide up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to the mat, walk, step, or hop back into plank pose. Come down if you like, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's keep it moving. Inhale, extend right leg up. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Warrior one, left heel turns to the ground. Inhale, rise up, first warrior. Exhale, open to warrior two. Settle into your posture, because we're going to take this to what I call victorious warrior. So you're going to reach out over the right leg, stay here. So your right hand, your right arm is going to stay exactly where it is now. Bring your left arm up and over. Turn your palms towards each other like you're holding a big beach ball, and you form kind of a V shape with your arms. Keep extending out with the arms like you're reaching out to grab something. That's it. Now this really, again, activates the obliques, the sides of the body, as we're in this lunge. We're going to breathe in. Exhale carefully and slowly, turn to the ground, bring your hands to the ground. Let's step back, plank pose. Let's go to right side plank. Right hand stays on the ground, opening up sideways. Now, the first time we had the knee on the ground, you're certainly welcome to place the knee onto the ground again. Otherwise, straight legs, maybe stacked, one on top of the other, or one in front of the other. Breathe in, reach into the air with the left hand. Exhale, turn, return to plank pose. Finish your push-up or go right away to down dog. Maybe take cobra pose instead of that full up dog if you want. Then exhale, downward facing. Let's do the same other side. Inhale, extend left leg up into the sky. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Warrior one, take your time as you transition, finding that nice balance. Rise when you're ready, and then your exhale to warrior two. Let's get ready for our victorious warrior. It starts in warrior two, but then reach out over the left leg, angled upper body, keep the left arm where it is, bring the right arm up and over. Turn both palms towards each other like you're holding a big beach ball. Extend forward with the arms. Feel this with the sides of the body. Take a breath or two. Lots of core conditioning there. We'll breathe in. Exhale, turn. So you can bring the hands back down to the ground. We'll step back into plank. Pause in plank for a moment. And then left side plank. Again, the left knee can come to the ground if you'd like, or keep both legs straight, stacking the legs, or placing one foot in front of the other. More strength, more balance, definitely more core work. Let's breathe in. Exhale, let's return to plank pose. Complete your series. Let's meet up together in downward facing dog. We're going to take a little bit of a rest here. Let's come to child's pose. You're going to bring your knees to the ground. You might even take the knees a little wider on your mat so you can sit back easily towards the heels. Maybe your arms are extended out front and your head lowers towards the mat, or maybe you've got a blanket or a block or a pillow. You can rest your forehead on your block or your prop. So this is a nice opportunity just to rest a little bit. Gather up your breath. You might feel an active body even in this relaxing pose, especially with the arms extended out in front of you. Even imagine your tailbone is reaching towards the back edge of your mat, just getting a little length in the spine. Let's take 2 more breaths. After the second breath, just take your time and slowly return to hands and knees. If you've got a block, let's move that prop out of the way. If your knees went wide, let's bring them in underneath your hips. From here, you're going to bring your elbows down to the ground, your forearms down to the ground, as if you were returning to child's pose, but it's just your elbows and arms. And then here, maybe tuck your toes behind you so you can lift your knees off the mat. We're just basically returning to a plank pose, but we're on our elbows. I call this dolphin plank because, as some of you may know, dolphin pose we do on our elbows. And we are going to be moving into dolphin, but really just as a transition. But really feel the energy of this posture, because I think a little bit more core work takes place in this style of plank pose. Now start tiptoeing forward with the feet. Hips will lift up into the air. This is dolphin pose, just briefly. And then we're going to get back up onto the hands and return to downward facing dog. You can do one at a time right there. Let's do another quick flow. Inhale, extend right leg up. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. We're just doing warrior one, just one. Left heel to the floor, rising up. Exhale, we're coming right back down, hands to the mat. Step all the way back to down dog. Both feet on the ground, hips into the air. We're just getting a little bit more movement in the body. Inhale, extend left leg up. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Warrior one. And inhale to float your way up. Exhale, fold again. Stepping right back to down dog. Both feet on the ground, hips into the air. Breathe in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet back up to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Nice full breath in so we can reverse the swan dive. Come all the way back up to standing. Reach up into the air. Exhale, hands to your heart. Wonderful. Another breath or two. We'll relax for a moment. All right. Let's do a balancing pose. We're going to do tree pose. Tree, of course, is a balancing posture. But when we do balance, of course, we need to engage our core. So it's also some more core conditioning. So when you're ready, just make your way to mountain pose. I'm going to try to mirror you here. So you're going to start shifting your weight over to your right foot. Root down into the ground with the right foot. Stand nice and tall. And inhale, feel that lift and length of the spine. Lungs expand, exhale, draw belly in. And then float the left foot up into the air. We're going to swing the knee out to the side and then place foot on the inside of the standing leg. We're going to inhale and take the arms up into the air. Reach and stretch. Good. Nice extension through the arms. We have a nice hip opener. Being very aware of your center here as you exhale, pull belly button in to really activate our core system. Nice balance work. We're going to go right into the chair pose with a twist. Let's keep the arms up. Turn knee forward. Plant the foot into the ground. As you plant the foot, bring hands to heart and sit back into chair pose. Breathe in and exhale, twist to your right. And just a couple breaths here. So we just move from a tree pose right into a twisted chair pose. Let's breathe in again. Exhale, unwind. Just place your hands on your thighs. From here, we're just going to stand up all the way. Reach up into the air. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. All right, other side, you can bring your arms back down to your side if you'd like. Let's start shifting weight into the left foot. Root down into the floor. Nice lengthening of the spine, nice and tall. When you're ready, we'll float the right foot up into the air. We'll swing it out to the side, placing this foot on the inside of the standing leg. And then when you're ready, and inhale, let's reach up into the air. Good. Reach and stretch. Mindful of the breath, focusing on something out in front of you. Same thing, we're just going to go right into our twisted chair pose. Let's keep the arms into the sky. With an exhale, we'll swing that right knee forward. Plant the foot into the ground. Once it lands, bring the hands to heart. Right away, sitting into your chair pose. Then you'll take a breath in, lengthening through your spine in your seat. Exhale, twist to your left. Couple breaths here. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, unwind. Just place hands on thighs. We're going to stand up all the way. Come to extended mountain. We're going to go right away to our flow. Inhale, reach into the air. Exhale, swan dive forward. Here we go. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Hop or step back into plank pose. Come down if you like. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's inhale, extend right leg up. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Back to our warrior one. We'll inhale to rise. Exhale, open warrior two. Adjusting as needed. Victorious warrior, reach out. Keep right hand there. Bring left hand up and over. Grab your beach ball. Extend out through the arms. Inhale. And we're going to exhale, turn towards the ground. Bring the hands to the ground. But as you slide this right foot back, we're going right away to left side plank. So you'll be on your left hand, opening up sideways. Your right hand will go up into the air. Stack legs or bring that left knee to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, bring right hand to the ground, plank pose. Let's just take a shortcut together to downward facing dog. Let's do the other side, same thing. Inhale, left leg extends up. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel to the ground. Rise when you're ready to first warrior. Exhale to warrior two. Settle in. Victorious warrior, reach out, angled upper body. Left hand stays there as the right hand comes up and over. Grab your beach ball. Extend those hands out in front. Good core side body work. Breathe in. Exhale, turn towards the ground. We're bringing the right hand to the ground. Both hands to the ground, really. We're going to side plank, right side plank. So right hand will stay on the ground as you open up sideways. Left hand extends into the air. Good. Breathing in. We're going to exhale, return to plank pose. Let's pause in plank. Let's rest. Bring the knees to the ground. If you're able, sit back into hero pose or just take a regular seat. Okay, take a moment of rest right here. I'm going to demonstrate the next little segment. I'll even redo what we just did so you can get a sense of how that works. So I'm going to do warrior two, my left side that we just did. Watch me. So here's my victorious warrior. Nice inhale as I extend. As I exhale, turning, bringing this right hand down to the ground. Actually, both hands can come to the ground, but I'm shifting the weight into that right foot, sliding that left foot back so I can go right into right side plank. Now my legs are stacked at the moment, but I'm going to step my left foot in front of the other for a little bit more stability. I'm going to change this into a twist. I'm going to inhale, reach through the left hand up, exhale, twist, reaching to the other side of the room underneath me. Then I'm going to reopen. The next exhale, I'm going to bend this left arm and bring that elbow to the ground, opening up to the other side. Reach up, another twist, just rotating through the torso as best as you can, reopening, and then coming to our dolphin plank. Okay, so that'll be kind of the next part of the segment there. So from our seated position, let's return to down dog, and we'll try that out. We'll start with an inhale to extend right leg up. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Rise to warrior one. And your exhale to warrior two. Victorious warrior, reach out. Left hand comes up and over. Grab the beach ball. Extend the arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, turn. Bring in the hands to the floor. Put weight into the left hand. So we can start sliding this right foot back. Left side plank so the right hand extends up into the air. If your legs are stacked, step the right foot in front of the other for more stability. You're going to inhale, reach up higher through the right hand. Exhale, thread the needle. The twist, reach to the other side of the room underneath you. Inhale, reopen. Exhale, bend that right elbow. Bring that right arm all the way down to the ground, onto the elbow. And we're turning sideways again. Right side plank, but you're on your elbow. Inhale, reach up into the air with the left hand. See if you can twist here. Reach underneath. It'll be a milder rotation. Inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, left arm comes to the ground. Dolphin plank. 2 breaths. Then tiptoe forward to get the hips up into the air for dolphin. And then right away, return to downward facing dog. Rest if you need to. Otherwise, continue. Left leg, inhale, reach up into the sky. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Warrior one. Opening, warrior two. Victorious warrior. Extending out through the arms, breathe in. Exhale, turn, bring the hands to the ground, put weight into the right hand so we can slide the left foot back. Opening up to right side plank. Inhale, thread the needle. Exhale, or step that left foot forward for balance, rotate. Inhale, reopen. Exhale, bring that left arm all the way down to the ground, down to the elbow. Opening up sideways again. Side plank on elbow. Inhale, reach right arm up into the air. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, right elbow to the ground. Both elbows stay on the ground. Dolphin plank. Hold. 2 more breaths. After that second breath, we'll take a rest. Bring the knees to the ground. Take the knees wide. Sit back, child's pose. So here, if you happen to be out of breath, take some deep breaths to regain that baseline. It's a lot of work. So we have to really rely on breath and that core energy. Let's take 3 more breaths. Maybe your breath hasn't made it all the way back to baseline, but it's getting closer perhaps. And you'll take your time to slowly rise back up, maybe to hero. Sit off to the side so you can swing the legs around to the front. We're going to come right back to boat pose. I'm just going to add a little movement to our boat. So if you've kind of been following along as far as kind of our strategy, we've kind of introduced our bodies to our poses, held the postures, and now we've added a little bit more movement in those core positions. Rather than just holding them, we add a little bit of movement to them, and we're going to do that with boat. So once we're in boat, nice energized legs, straight spine, core engagement. Here, we're going to inhale, push your feet forward and lean back. Exhale, pull knees in towards chest, chest towards knees. 2 more times. So inhale, push away, lean back. Exhale, crunch, knees to chest, coming together. 1 more time. Inhale, push away. So this is that movement of the core work. Exhale, bring it in. Stay here as you breathe in again. We're going to exhale, cross legs, hands in front or to the side if you need to. Swing the legs back or step or hop back into plank pose. Complete your series as you'd like. Going through that full vinyasa or partial vinyasa. Meeting up together in down dog. With another exhale, hop, step, or walk, both feet up to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's inhale, reverse the swan dive. Come all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Let's take another moment to catch our breath. Let's go ahead and put that full sequence together. So I think we have all the parts. So the sequence is going to start in standing. It's going to start in that tree pose, right into the twist. Rather than doing both sides, we'll just do one side and go right into the flow and get into that whole segment there. All right, so maybe get a sip of water, adjust your mats, get your props where you need them, and we'll start in mountain pose. So starting with tree, you're shifting your weight into your right foot. Feel tall, breath is rising to fill up your lungs, core engagement. When you exhale, we'll float the left foot up, swing the knee out to the side, plug foot into the standing leg. Then you'll inhale, extend the arms up into the air. Starting with balance, which takes core work, focus, concentration. Just keep the arms well extended. We'll swing the left knee forward. Lift the knee with the flexed foot. Place the foot on the ground. As you're placing the foot, Bring hands to heart, take your chair pose. Find the depth of your seat. We'll inhale, lengthening through the spine in your seat. Exhale, twist to your right side. And again, you might be low enough and rotated enough where your left elbow can come to the outside of the right knee or thigh. While you're here, you'll breathe in. Exhale, unwind and fold all the way down towards toes if you can reach. We're flowing. Inhale, lift up halfway, monkey. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to the mat. Hop or step back into plank pose. Come down right away if you'd like, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to extend right leg up, straight line. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Warrior one. Arms shoot straight up. Exhale, open to your warrior two. Victorious warrior, reaching out over that right leg. Left hand comes up and over. Grab your beach ball. Extend through the arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left hand to the floor. We're going to that left side plank. Lean into that left hand. Slide the right foot back. Opening up sideways, side plank. Step the right foot in front of the other. Inhale, open up more. Exhale, twist. Reach underneath you. Inhale, open. As we exhale, we're bringing that bent right elbow all the way down to the mat, opening up to the other side. As we inhale, the left arm goes up into the air. Exhale, thread the needle, reach underneath, twist. Inhale, reopen. Exhale, dolphin plank, both elbows to the ground. You'll be on your tiptoes for a moment. Hold. Dolphin. Tiptoe forward a little bit, get those hips up. Then down dog. We're returning to boat pose. Breathe in. As you exhale, if you're able, hop forward, cross your legs, take a seat. Roll back, right into boat. Once you've established your boat position, inhale, push feet forward, lean back, upper body. Exhale, crunch 2 more times. Inhale, push away. Exhale, crunch. Again, inhale, push away. Exhale, crunch. Hold position as you inhale. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front or to the side so you can hop back, plank pose. Hold plank again. Take a shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, hips into the air. Walk, step, or hop both feet back up to the top of your mat. Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. Reach up. Exhale, arms down by your side. We're going right away to tree pose, other side. Start shifting your weight into your left foot. Root down. Feel tall. Exhale, core engaged. We're lifting the right foot. Swing the knee out to the side. Plugging foot to the inner leg. Inhale, float the arms up into the air. Let's take our focus and concentration here. That was a lot of movement. And now we're asking our bodies to be in stillness. That certainly takes a lot of core effort. Okay, we're going to our twisted chair pose. Keep your arms into the air. We're going to swing that right knee forward. Lift your knee with the flexed foot. Plant the foot. Take your seat. Bring hands to heart. Inhale to re-extend spine in your seat. Exhale, twist to your left. Let's take a breath in. We'll exhale, unwind, then fold. Feel that nice release in your back. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back, plank pose. Come right down if you'd like. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can still use those shortcuts. We'll meet together in down dog. Other side, inhale, extend left leg up. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel plants. Inhale, rise, warrior one. And our exhale to warrior two. Victorious warrior, reach out. Right arm comes up and over. Grab the beach ball, inhale, extend. Exhale, turn, right side plank. So the right hand comes down, put weight into that right hand, slide that left foot back, stack it on top of the other, opening up sideways, side plank. Step the left foot in front of the other. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, thread your needle. Twist. Inhale, reopen. Exhale, bring this bent left arm all the way down to the ground, opening up sideways to the other side. Inhale, reach up into the air. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reopen. Exhale, dolphin plank. Hold. Dolphin, tiptoe forward. Get the hips up. Down dog, onto the hands. Let's do that boat pose movement once again. Exhale, hop forward, cross legs, take a seat. Right into your boat. Establish the posture. Once you've got it, we'll inhale, lean back, push feet forward. Exhale, come in, crunch. 2 more times. Inhale, push away. Exhale, crunch. 1 more. Inhale, push away. Exhale, crunch. Let's hold here. Lower your feet to the ground. Relax. If you need to, shift your seat to the center of your mat and then roll down onto your back. Bring your knees to chest. Take some deep breaths here. So you've completed that full core conditioning sequence. Now we're moving to the closing sequences here. So in this position, I like to circle my knees just to get into my low back and hips a little bit. Let's take happy baby pose or any other hip opener that you like. I'm going to do happy baby pose for a few breaths. Then I'm going to move into reclining cobbler's pose. Even in happy baby, I like to rock gently left and right. It just massages the low back a little bit and just puts a little bit more gentle pressure in those hip sockets for some release. So I'm going to take my reclining cobbler's pose. So I'm pressing the soles of the feet together, setting the feet onto the mat, and the knees just are bent, but they're open, and it just opens the hips, and it actually begins to relax the body a little bit more. So it's a good opportunity to tune into your breath again, checking in to see if you're still out of breath. And if you're able, start taking slow, deep breaths to help regain that baseline sensation of deep breathing. Stay here as long as you need to. The next pose, if you would like to do this next pose, is just a twisting posture. So whenever you'd like, you maybe bring the knees together, hug them into your body. And we'll start our twist by taking the knees down over to the left side. Extend your right arm out to the right side. Let's hold here for several breaths. Now we've already did some twisting poses. They were a little bit more active in nature. Hopefully this one's a little bit more relaxing and stretching after all this pretty dynamic core work. Maybe 1 or 2 more breaths on this side. You can always stay here longer. Then you can bring your knees back up to center and then take knees over to the other side as the left arm extends out to the left. This nice twisting sensation. Again, just noticing your breath. Maybe you're able to take slower breaths. And maybe one more breath in and out. Or of course, staying here longer if you'd like. Whenever you're ready, return to center. And we'll just make our way into Shavasana. So you can extend your legs straight out in front with your arms down by your side. And of course, feeling completely relaxed. Let everything just go heavy, loose, and comfortable. Feel free to close your eyes or just soften your eyes, noticing the rise and fall of your chest or your belly. Remain in stillness, but return to the awareness of your breath. And start taking some deep breaths. How about taking 5 slow, deep breaths? And after your 5th breath, just feel movement begin to return to your body. Feel the subtle movements of your body. And then bring grander movement to your body. And moving in slow motion, roll onto either side, just moving into this nurturing pose. Maybe taking a breath here. And then still moving as slowly as you can, just rise up to seated. And just come to a proud sitting position. You might cross your legs. You can always extend your legs if you'd like, but see if you can find some extension through your spine. Feel tall and proud, strong. Let's inhale, extend the arms up into the air. And as you exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Take another breath here in stillness. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow, saying, Namaste.